Good morning, America. For our viewers in the West, breaking news as we come on the air. An earthquake in New Zealand. Millions under dangerous air quality alerts here at home. Plus, Will Ferrell is here live, and the World Cup final is set. What a game. Apocalyptic skies from Niagara Falls to Boston. Orange, thick haze blanketing parts of the country. Millions of Americans under dangerous air quality alerts in at least 17 states. As wildfire smoke spreads, this morning the emergency evacuations in Minnesota.
We're encased in flames now.
Plus, how those train workers made it out alive while hundreds of fires rage in Canada.
Catastrophic flash flooding, dozens of high water rescues in Texas. Parts of the hill country seeing half a year's worth of rainfall in a matter of days. Plus, a tornado tearing through downtown San Antonio, and the threat is not over.
President Trump's pick for Attorney General grilled over the anti-weaponization fund, his relationship with the president, and election interference. While the pick for Director of National Intelligence refuses to say Joe Biden won the 2020 election.
New details, what Nolan Wells' family is now saying about his cell phone, plus the new video from the last day Nolan was seen alive.
Beach buzz. Stunning video showing an extremely low Blue Angels flyover above a Florida beach.
Yosemite National Park's stunning beauty and crushing crowds. What's behind this uncontrolled summer surge?
On the move is the largest ever great white shark tagged in the Atlantic, heading for a summer hotspot.
Good morning, America. Are you awake yet?
It was a late night. GMA backstage with the best of the best.
It's been a hell of a run, to say the least.
What you may have missed at the ESPYs.
You can't say that. These are good people. These are good people.
And oh boy, Will Ferrell is here to wake us up live in our studio.
Victory! We're in the finals!
And oh my goodness, they did it again. Messi magic leading the comeback kings to victory. Argentina heading back to the World Cup final, setting up a showdown with Spain. And these two superstars go head to head, but they've met before. Live from ABC News headquarters in New York City, it's Thursday. Good morning, America. Did you see the little chubby cheeks? Oh, so cute. I couldn't miss him. Good morning, America. Much more from the ESPYs, Will Ferrell, and the World Cup just ahead.
A lot to get. Breaking news as well. This is just coming in, a tsunami advisory after a 5.9 magnitude earthquake in New Zealand. We're going to have the latest on that in a few moments.
But first, we're tracking all the life-threatening weather across the country right now. Take a look at the smoke over Niagara Falls. As it spreads, most of that is from the wildfires in Canada, and parts of Texas are also facing devastating flooding from relentless rain. Ginger and Faith are standing by, but we're going to begin with millions on alert, unhealthy air and hazy skies as the toxic smoke from hundreds of wildfires in Canada drifts across the country. Matt Rivers starts us off in Weehawken, New Jersey. Good morning, Matt.
Good morning, Michael. It is going to be a very bad day for air quality across the area surrounding New York City. You can see the skyline there behind me for the city. It is a very hazy view this morning, and those kinds of scenes are playing out for millions of people across the country. This morning, millions of Americans under dangerous air quality alerts from the upper Midwest to the Northeast, as firefighters battle more than 180 wildfires in Ontario, Canada.
Seriously, we're encased in flames now.
Two train workers are okay after a wildfire surrounds their train, nearly trapping them. Skies in Boston looking apocalyptic.
Breathing's a little bit more strained than normal.
Earthcam video showing stunning imagery of Niagara Falls enveloped in orange. In the upper Midwest, this bridge in Michigan nearly invisible. Smoke also spreading from fires burning in Minnesota's Superior National Forest, forcing evacuations. The Minnesota National Guard participating in firefighting efforts. One official warns some fires there could burn for months.
So there will be some fire on the ground in some form or fashion, along with smoke, until it snows.
Breathing in the smoky air poses a risk for sensitive groups.
They might experience more cough, tightness in the chest. They might experience more wheezing, difficulty breathing.
Officials warning the smoke, coupled with an oppressive heat wave, could be harmful, urging people, especially those with pre-existing conditions, to limit their time outside. Now, officials are urging everyone to take these warnings seriously, as it looks like the conditions for many across the country won't get substantially better until at least the weekend. George?
Yeah, it's going to be tough. Okay, Matt, thanks very much. Now to the flooding in Texas. More than 20 inches of rain falling in some parts, causing rivers and creeks to overflow. Rescues and evacuations are underway. Faith Abube is on the scene. And Faith, we're learning right now about an elevated flash flood emergency along the Guadalupe River.
That's right, George. Good morning to you. A scary situation developing just north of us. People are being told in this area to remain vigilant this morning because officials had to quickly call for a shelter in place yesterday that impacted hundreds of homes in this neighborhood. This creek you hear behind me roaring this morning, it actually rose about 10 feet in just 90 minutes and pushed a wall of water and debris into the neighborhoods here and caused some evacuations as well. This morning, Central Texas facing life-threatening flooding. Parts of the hill country seeing half a year's worth of rain in a matter of days. Dozens of high water rescues underway as first responders navigated the rapidly rising water, going door to door to check on residents. Vehicle after vehicle submerged in the San Antonio suburb of Bernie. More than a foot of rain falling there. This woman rescued from the roof of a car. Floodwaters barreling through the streets, overtaking neighborhoods. It's amazing how quickly things have changed here in Bernie, Texas. This creek, low and calm earlier, is now raging out of control. The floodwaters were too much even for some of the emergency responders. This police vehicle left stranded and surrounded by churning water. Residents ordered to shelter in place.
You can't get out. You're trapped. This is the worst I've ever seen.
The danger was not limited to flooding.
This is a tornado.
An EF1 tornado with 100-mile-per-hour winds touching down in San Antonio, crossing a busy interstate, sparking power lines and debris flying in the sky.
Oh no.
The roof of this apartment building ripped away, damaging multiple businesses. And the threat is not over. More rain on the way.
The rain's going to come back tonight, it looks like, with a vengeance again, so I would urge caution.
And Robin, back to that scary situation developing on the Guadalupe River. Officials say that the river gauge suggests that there is a large and deadly wave of water, flood wave, that is moving down that river after it rose 32 feet in just 4 hours. Robin.
Goodness, that scene behind you with all that rushing water. Faith, thank you. We're going to bring in Ginger with the track and timing of the Texas storms, as well as more on the smoke conditions.
Yes, and in that flash flood emergency that Faith was referring to, they say 16 feet of water in 30 minutes, and they expect that river to crest in the same spots it did last year for that 4th of July devastating event, at the same level. So that's the wall of water that's coming through as we speak. There are flash flood emergencies in 2 different counties, Kendall and Kerr. This is all west of I-35. You can see Kerrville there and Uvalde both in those flash flood emergencies. We have a high risk for the 3rd day in a row. This is something you don't see one day, let alone 3 days in a row. They've already had 10 to 20 inches of rain. We could see an additional 8 to even 12 inches locally in some places. So we're going to see some of those storms come through. Even when you're super saturated, you get 2 to 3 inch per hour rainfall rates. This is another 12 hours of just devastation in the hill country of Texas. Then we have to talk about my hometown of Grand Rapids, Michigan. I don't know what highway it is because I can't place it for you. The visibility is so low from there back to Chicago. Detroit this morning at one point in the overnight was at 600 AQI. What does that mean? That's double what an unhealthy category is. We are really seeing terrible air quality all the way from Cleveland over to New York City here, Philadelphia. Robin, it'll go down to Virginia and North Carolina. We eventually will get some storms breaking up some of this. I'll track that coming up.
A lot going on out there. All right, Ginger, thank you. I'm going to turn now to breaking news this morning. A 5.9 magnitude earthquake in New Zealand and the tsunami advisory that's out right now. Marcus Moore is tracking the very latest developments. Good morning to you, Marcus.
Robin, good morning. That tsunami advisory was just issued after a 5.9 magnitude quake this morning there in New Zealand. The epicenter near Christchurch on the southern tip of the island nation. Authorities there had urged people to get to higher ground immediately, and we're waiting for word on any injuries or any damage that may have been caused. Officials there still in their initial response. Now, the USGS recorded the quake just after 9 p.m. local time in New Zealand. The country country sits on what is called the Ring of Fire, an area in the Pacific Ocean that accounts for some 90% of the world's earthquakes. And back in 2011, a powerful quake caused widespread damage and killed 185 people in Christchurch. And there have been several tremors since the first quake today. And Michael, it has been a tense night for people in New Zealand.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people on edge. Thank you so much for that, Marcus. We're going to go now to President Trump's cabinet nominees grilled on Capitol Hill. His picks for Attorney General and Intelligence Chief facing questions from lawmakers at their confirmation hearings. Our senior political correspondent, Rachel Scott, is at the White House with the latest on all of it. Good morning, Rachel.
Michael, good morning to you. Yes, both of these nominees facing tight and contentious confirmation votes over in the Senate. But it was Todd Blanche, the president's pick for Attorney General, that was pressed for hours by both Democrats and Republicans, unable to win over one key vote. This morning, President Trump's pick for Attorney General facing hurdles on Capitol Hill after a contentious confirmation hearing.
If your record and your testimony today should show us anything, it should show you, in my opinion, that you should not be confirmed to this job.
Republican Senator John Cornyn pressing Blanche on the Justice Department's extraordinary settlement with President Trump, a $1.8 billion fund to pay out people who claim persecution by the Biden administration, including the Trump supporters who stormed the Capitol on January 6th. After bipartisan criticism, Blanche said the fund was dropped.
I believe you have said that the weaponization fund is a moot issue. Is that your position?
Yes, it is a moot issue, meaning there is no weaponization fund. The weaponization fund is dead. It's not moving forward.
But Cornyn, who could be the deciding vote, not convinced. They're still undecided at this point.
Correct.
The Texas Republican adding,
It's been my concern all along. He's the president's private lawyer.
This comment by Blanche raising eyebrows as senators repeatedly questioned his loyalty to Trump.
Are you and President Trump friends?
I'm his lawyer, was his lawyer, and now I'm the Deputy Attorney General.
With the midterm elections approaching in November, Blanche was asked whether he would commit to not sending armed agents to polling sites.
I will commit to following the law, Senator, of course.
Okay,
yes.
But does that include not deploying federal agents to polling places?
I will absolutely follow the law no matter what it includes, so yes.
Many legal experts believe the move would be illegal. Over in the Senate Intelligence Committee, senators pressing Jay Clayton, the president's nominee for Director of National Intelligence. He refused to say that Joe Biden won the 2020 election.
Who won the 2020 election?
I'm not going to do this with you.
Clayton pressed 20 times, but never directly answered the question.
Who won the 2020 election?
I have answered the question.
Answer it. What is your answer?
I've given you my answer.
What is your answer?
Georgia Democratic Senator John Ossoff calling it disgraceful.
Isn't it humiliating to be unable to answer this question, to have to indulge the president's delusions? We know, you know, everybody in this room knows the truthful answer to that question. Why can you not give it?
I think I gave you the answer.
Back here at the White House, President Trump is expected to deliver a primetime address tonight. Sources say the president is expected to detail information he says he received from the Office of the Director of National Intelligence related to the 2020 election. Of course, President Trump has long pushed conspiracy theories and false claims about the 2020 election, which he lost.
It's been a consistent theme, Rachel, that is correct. And also the intelligence agencies did review all the information about the 2020 election and certified that it was free and fair. Thanks very much. We're going to turn now to breaking news overnight in the war with Iran. A U.S. Iranian citizen released in what President Trump calls a gesture of goodwill, even as both sides escalated airstrikes. Chief International Correspondent James Longman tracking the latest from Dubai. Good morning, James.
Yeah, good morning, George. The US has launched wave after wave of attacks on Iran in the last few days. But last night, we're learning for the first time, a US aircraft attacked a tanker trying to make port at Karg Island. That is the Iranian oil terminal in the Persian Gulf. CENTCOM says that it gave this tanker multiple warnings and it did not heed them. This is in breach of the blockade that the US currently has on Iranian ports. We also know that Donald Trump has been briefed in the Situation Room on multiple ways to expand this war. He has repeated his threat to hit Iranian infrastructure, bridges and power plants, but Iran is striking back. And in just the last few moments, we have heard that the Kuwaiti military has put out a statement saying they are currently under Iranian attack. Last night, the Jordanians and the Bahrainis were also attacked. But I should say there is a glimmer of good news this morning because Dina Karari, an American woman, as you said, held in Iran since 2024, has been released by Iranian authorities. President Trump made this announcement on social media. He called this a gesture of goodwill by the Iranians. Her lawyer says she was subject to bogus charges of espionage and suffered enormous psychological and physical hardship. Some good news there, but her release does not change the situation here in the Middle East. The Strait of Hormuz is still closed. Robin.
It is. All right. Our thanks to you, James. Now to the growing alarm over the severe stomach bug surging across the country with nearly 7,000 confirmed and probable cases in 34 states. Elizabeth Schulze is in Washington with the latest on the outbreak. Good morning, Elizabeth.
Good morning, Robin. Hospitals across the country are treating an influx of patients with that severe stomach bug, the intestinal illness called cyclosporiasis that causes fatigue, fever, and an explosive upset stomach is now on the rise in 34 states, with the CDC reporting nearly 7,000 confirmed or probable cases. The epicenter is in Michigan, where doctors tell us they typically see less than 50 cases per year. Now it's up to 600 per day. Health officials there say the outbreak could be tied to lettuce or salad greens, but nationwide, federal officials still have not identified a cause. And right now, there are vacancies at the top of the FDA, CDC, and Surgeon General's office. On Capitol Hill on Wednesday, the CDC director nominee was asked why the agency last year stopped one of its programs that tracks the disease. She said she was unaware of that change, and the CDC says that states are still required to report cases as part of its national surveillance program. One challenge with this investigation is that it can take up to 2 weeks for symptoms to show up. Not everybody remembers everything that they ate 2 weeks ago, guys.
Okay, Elizabeth, thanks very much. Now to the World Cup final set this morning. Argentina will take on Spain after a thrilling semifinal win over England. Sam's got the biggest moments.
George, when you break it down, it was just two teams with dreams. England hoping to return to the final for the first time in 60 years. Argentina trying to repeat as the World Cup champions. In the end, it seems if you have Messi, you win.
And then there were two. Argentina's late rally, fueled by Lionel Messi, officially earns them a spot in the World Cup final with a thrilling 2-1 win over England. In their first meeting on the pitch in 21 years, England finally breaking through at the half. David Beckham and even this time Victoria Beckham on their feet celebrating. Argentinian fans far outnumbering English fans, and it may have been the cheering. In the 85th minute, Argentina fights back. And then, the defending champs sealing the deal a few minutes later. Fans erupting in Buenos Aires. Messi and Argentina looking to become the first team to win back-to-back World Cup titles since 1962. Waiting for them, 2010 World Cup champs Spain, with their young star Lamine Yamal. That's Leo Messi meeting Yamal 19 years ago when he was a baby for a charity photo shoot in Spain, where Messi used to play. Yamal's father sharing the pic with the caption, "The beginning of two legends."
That's an unbelievable picture, right? All right. By assisting on both goals, Messi now has had goal or an assist in 11 straight World Cup games. Wow. It's the longest such streak since at least 1966. He has 8 goals and 4 assists in this tournament at age 39, no less. Now, we have some updates on the entertainment of the World Cup final. Now, even before the match starts is the closing ceremony. We told you about the star-studded halftime show, including Shakira, Madonna, Justin Bieber, BTS, Coldplay. Don't forget about Jennifer Hudson singing the national anthem. But just announced headlining the closing ceremony is Post Malone. Don't forget Tom Cruise is in there somewhere. I'm not sure how you get so many stars performing with a game going on, but this is going to be one for the ages.
Yeah. You're going to have a good time.
Yeah, I am. I'll see some soccer somewhere in there.
Somewhere in there. Thank you, Sam. Coming up, Aaron Katursky is back from Mississippi with the latest on the Nolan Wells investigation. Aaron?
Robin, we're going to tell you what the 18-year-old's parents are saying now about the case after meeting with the district attorney, and we have some new video to show you from Horn Island, the last day that he was seen alive.
Also ahead, the crushing crowds at Yosemite National Park. What's behind the surge in visitors this summer? Look at those lines.
And new at 7:30, the massive great white shark that's on the move right now. We're going to tell you what experts believe about where it's headed. Coming up, the Blue Angels fly over just feet above a Florida beach. We're going to hear from some people who were there.
Plus, why you may soon be able to place bets on travel chaos at the airport.
And the big moments and big winners from last night's ESPY Awards. We'll be right back.
Come and take that ride, gonna change your life. Are you ready? Are you
Are you ready for some fun this morning? Well, the Savannah Bananas always deliver. They performed at the ESPYs, and we will have much more from backstage just ahead. They were the opening act, and wow.
Yeah, they look great. Will was there last night. He's got the headlines right now.
I was and I do. Good morning to everybody. We begin at 7:30 with President Trump lifting the nationwide temporary halt on ICE traffic stops. A source familiar with White House discussions tells ABC News. The halt came after 2 fatal shootings in Houston and Maine less than 1 week apart. The president said on social media that ICE cannot give up one of its most important crime-fighting tools. Search efforts were suspended overnight after a boat with 20 passengers capsized and sank near Alcatraz Island. 1 person was killed and 3 others are still missing after the boat reportedly took on a large wave. The Coast Guard rescuing multiple passengers before saying the vessel sank too deep for divers to attempt to access it safely. And there was a shooting at a Kroger supermarket near Houston. 2 men critically wounded. Police say the gunfire may have stemmed from a domestic disturbance. And scientists say a massive great white shark was recently spotted off the coast of North Carolina. It appears to be headed for Cape Cod, good place to be in the summer. The 14-foot-long predator, nicknamed Contender, is on the move there. It's believed to be the largest ever tagged great white in the Atlantic. That is a big claim to fame. Great white sharks typically migrate north this time of year in search of food. The biggest ever in the Atlantic.
Well, stay out of there because you don't want to be the food.
All right, that's it.
All right.
Thank you, Will. All right. Now to the Nolan Wells investigation. We're hearing from his family after their meeting with the district attorney, including their decision on a key piece of evidence in the case. Chief Investigative Correspondent Aaron Katersky is back from the coast. He's here with us in the studio. Good morning, Aaron.
And good morning to you, Robin. It has now been 12 days since Nolan Wells was last seen alive after celebrating July 4th on a Barrier Island beach. And ever since, there has been a focus on the phone he left behind in the boat. Investigators may now be closer to getting a look at it. This morning, the parents of Nolan Wells say they're ready to share their son's cell phone with the authorities investigating his death.
We will have a mutual inspection of the cell phone with our experts and their experts.
His mother tracked the phone to someone who was with Wells on Horn Island and suggested some content may have been deleted. On Wednesday, the family met with the district attorney, who will present the case to a grand jury to decide whether what happened to Wells involved a crime.
We had a very respectful meeting.
The case and its developments are evoking strong reactions. The FBI is now assisting investigators in Mississippi and says it is working to address interstate threats that were received by individuals related to this matter. None of the recipients was identified, but Trayston Shepard told us he and other friends of Wells who were with him on the island have received threats.
It worries me. It worries me for my friends. It worries me for my family. At the end of the day, man, we're all young adults and we're still learning this whole adulthood / life thing, and we did no wrong here, and we don't understand how we're getting so much hate behind it.
This video, obtained by ABC News, shows Horn Island beginning to fill with boats and revelers July 4th. And we saw the area firsthand where Wells is believed to have drowned. His body was recovered 2 days later. And this morning, dispatch audio from the boat Wells's friends took home in distress. A person heard requesting help.
We're sinking. Can you all please come? And is everybody on board in good health otherwise? Yeah, everybody's on board.
Friends told us Wells stayed behind with a girl he had met. While the community and Wells's family await answers, they're planning the 18-year-old's funeral.
We want to celebrate him. And he would not want us to be sitting around crying and eating. And so what we're going to do is kind of have a party to celebrate him.
That party at the Jackson County Fairgrounds is going to follow Monday's funeral service at a church in Ocean Springs.
You know, I'm from that area, and talking to my family, it's like the hot discussion. What did you find when you were going out and talking with folks?
That's for sure, Robin. Yeah. Everyone seems to have an opinion and some thoughts, and everyone's just really sad for the family, but they want answers.
Yes.
And they want to know what happened, because there are questions that people really are wanting answers to, and the sheriff is pretty buttoned up, and he says he's not going to say anything until he has the answers people deserve.
All right. It's good to have you there on the coast. Appreciate that very much.
Thank you, Aaron. Now, in a video of Blue Angels jet flying low over a crowd of Florida beachgoers, the flyover thrilled the people on the beach, but it is under review. Rhiannon Alley here with the story. Good morning, Rhiannon.
Good morning to you, George. Yes, this happened during a Breakfast with the Blues event, surprising and yes, even delighting those watching. But now they will take a look and make sure safety protocols were followed. This morning, stunning video showing a Navy jet flying extremely low over Pensacola Beach in Florida during a Blue Angels flight demonstration. Watch as the jet soars just feet over the heads of dozens of beachgoers, tents seen collapsing, umbrellas and chairs lifting off the ground, and visitors stunned.
I've been coming for 10 years, and I've never seen a pass like that in my life. I'm going to remember that for probably the rest of my life.
John Austin Lynch was there and says the jets had been circling for nearly 2 hours up until that startling moment.
They were flying over our heads all day, and so... But nothing nearly like that. I would describe it as frightening in a good way, like when you're watching a movie hoping for the jump scare where it gets your heart pumping.
The crowd erupting in applause after the spectacle. The flyover was conducted to mark the start of the Blue Angels 2026 Pensacola Beach Air Show, this year honoring the 80th anniversary of the historic flight squadron. In a statement, the Blue Angels saying the aircraft was flying lower than standard profiles and that they're reviewing the incident, adding, "The safety of our hometown community, spectators, and our pilots is our highest priority." Now, there are strict Navy and FAA safety standards they must follow, so this investigation will look at whether they did follow those. No one was hurt in this. Spectators definitely got a show they will never forget.
Yeah, that was close.
Very close.
All right, thank you, Rhiannon. Appreciate you. Now, with a crowding crisis at Yosemite National Park, new video shows large traffic jams of hikers crushed shoulder to shoulder, thanks in part to a rule change by the Trump administration. Will, you have the details on this. Good morning.
I do. Traffic jam in the summer here, guys. So, Yosemite National Park is famous and beloved for its towering waterfalls and granite cliffs and breathtaking views. But this summer, there is another sight awaiting visitors, crushing traffic jams on the trails. This morning, crowd chaos at Yosemite. Scary new video from this past weekend showing hikers squeezing past each other down a steep and packed cliffside at the popular Mist Trail, carefully navigating narrow staircases while lines inch past each other in both directions. Scenes like this have been popping up at the park all summer.
Like an amusement park, there's just people everywhere. It seems chaotic.
Hiker Mobeen Zerakari posting this video late last month that shows dozens of visitors crammed into this trail shoulder to shoulder. He says the crowds didn't just raise safety concerns.
I did witness a lot of people slipping on the trail, actually, and I think some people got hurt while I was there.
They also took away from the experience.
It kind of drives away the animals and just the crowds and makes it harder to witness or see things around the area.
And it's not just the trails. Tree-lined roads lined with cars. In Yosemite Village, visitors say finding a parking space can take nearly an hour. The crowd crush coming after the Trump administration did away with its timed reservation system at Yosemite and some other national parks earlier this year, in the hopes of boosting attendance and the local economy. Yosemite reports nearly 100,000 more visitors than the same period last year, but some say it may be creating unforeseen side effects.
That means that there's just more visitors entering the park than the park has the capacity to handle. More vehicles than there are parking spaces, more people crowding into trails and facilities.
But officials say the season so far has been a success and that these videos online don't reflect the full park picture.
We're having a fantastic summer and all our metrics are positive, and I'm really proud of our team and our partners for delivering, I think, a really, really fantastic year for the American people and visitors from all over the world.
So experts warn crowds or no crowds, keep out of rivers and avoid going off trail. And the key to beating the crowds, it's not the early bird doesn't just get the worm, it gets the early parking spots so you can arrive early, visit during the week, maybe consider swapping the most popular spots with ones that are less traveled. They're still breathtaking. That's a lot more people, 100,000 increase.
It's amazing, I guess, how much that reservation system really worked. I mean, the attendance is up, which is what they wanted, but it seems like the enjoyment is way down. As far as safety, too, I'd be worried
you're going to have people in all your Instagram pictures because there's so many other people.
Thank you, Will. Coming up, Will Ferrell is here, fresh off his appearance at the ESPYs last night. He's talking about his new show, The Hawk, and we might play a little golf with him as well.
Not there, though.
No bears.
No bears. No bears. No bears.
Good morning, America. It's 8 a.m. Apocalyptic skies. From Niagara Falls to Boston. Orange, thick haze blanketing parts of the country. Millions of Americans under dangerous air quality alerts in at least 17 states as wildfire smoke spreads.
Backstage with the best of the best at the ESPYs.
Good morning, America. The New York Knicks.
The Knicks, Captain Clutch, and OG.
Why were your boys laughing at you, though, while you were getting the award?
I don't know. I don't know. Something's wrong with them. All of them. I don't like them.
You don't like them? Well, they seem to like you.
They're annoying.
Plus, Lindsey Vonn bringing the crowd to its feet.
Who's that handsome devil?
Look who's here.
Ah! Oh, my God!
Will Ferrell live in our studio.
Did we just become best friends? Yep.
Now, the comedy legend is hitting the green.
Oh, Mama, I'm back. Oh, I'm not back.
And things are heating up.
Did you really think I wouldn't notice? That you're doing an amazing job.
Brandy and Rita Ora reuniting and sharing an exclusive first look of their new duet.
It was my dream.
As they say,
Good morning, America. Hey. What? We did that.
Live from ABC News headquarters in New York City, it's Thursday. Good morning, America.
Come on, you two, let's try it. Good.
No.
I'm on my own.
No.
Good morning, America.
I wasn't going to do it.
No, right. But they did do that. They sounded really good. I didn't want to follow that up anyway. Yeah. You know, it's a star-studded morning with Brandy, Rita Ora, and Will Ferrell's here. And we're counting down to Super Bowl 61 with our GMA game day. Well, this morning, we have a big surprise from an Arizona Cardinals super fan. He's a special education assistant, and you're looking live at the kids he works with. He has no idea what's ahead. That's all coming up.
That's sweet. Also this morning, Meta just announcing a new safety feature to help parents know if their teen using AI may be considering self-harm. We're going to tell you how it works.
That is important. First, look at the top stories breaking today. We start with millions on alert for the unhealthy air and hazy skies as toxic smoke from hundreds of wildfires in Canada drifts across the country. Ginger tracking the smoke and fire. Good morning, Ginger.
Hey, good morning to you, George. So Superior National Forest in Minnesota up through Ontario, that's where the dense smoke is originating. And this morning it left us with no sunrise or no sign of it at sunrise in New York City. And the same type of air quality or worse for Philadelphia, Duluth, Chicago, Detroit. Detroit overnight had a 600 AQI. For perspective, 300 is very unhealthy. So they doubled that at one point. What I want you to do today is check airnow.gov. That is how you know whether it is safe or not for you, healthy people. In a lot of places it's going to be no, don't spend time outdoors. Air quality alerts are in place from Duluth and Minneapolis all the way down into Virginia. And this is going to go through the beginning of the weekend, if not further, depending on where you are. Let's track it and time it. Tonight at 7 p.m., I think it's really bad from Green Bay and the Upper Peninsula of Michigan to Erie, Pennsylvania. I think it gets worse here in New York City as we go through this afternoon and tonight. It will get even thicker. The air quality, that AQI, changes through the day. It's based on wind, the upper level winds, and then of course a lot of other things. Goes down into Virginia, even North Carolina as we get into the weekend. Robin, we'll be talking about this right through the weekend.
We will. All right, Ginger, thanks. Now to betting on flight cancellations. It could become a reality if one of the major prediction markets has its way. Jay O'Brien explains from Washington. Good morning to you, Jay.
Robin, good morning to you. You, your friends, or complete strangers could soon place bets on travel chaos at your airport. And this morning, it's prompting some backlash. Kalshi, one of the two largest prediction markets, has notified federal regulators it plans to let users bet on the percentage of canceled flights at any given airport, and if that rate of cancellations would rise or fall. The company already offers similar bets for New York's JFK and Chicago's O'Hare, but this new plan would extend well beyond those, covering airports nationwide. Airlines for America, though, the trade group representing the nation's air carriers, says it has serious concerns. Writing in a statement, you see part of it there, the safety and security of the aviation system should never be treated as a betting proposition. The industry also warns that these bets could give bad actors an incentive to find ways to get flights canceled so they can win big. And FlightAware, the company that Kalshi says it would use as a primary source of data to track canceled flights, markets, saying in their own statement they have no involvement in any prediction markets and no one will be authorized to use their data for that purpose. Because Kalshi notified the government of its plan, federal regulators can review and even suspend it. But President Trump has said he wants these prediction markets to thrive, and he's pushed back on state regulations that have tried to rein them in. Michael.
Yeah, it just makes you shake your head, though, Jay. All right, thank you for that. We're going to turn now to Meta, announcing a new feature this morning for parents to help keep kids using AI safe online. Chief Business Correspondent Rebecca Jarvis is here with the details. Good morning, Rebecca.
Good morning, Michael. It's great to see you guys. And of course, this is a huge topic among parents, and Meta has just announced a new safety feature called Parent Alerts, which will notify a parent if the company believes a teen's conversation with Meta AI suggests they may be considering suicide or self-harm. Parents will also receive expert resources to help them approach these difficult conversations with their teens. And Meta says it built a dedicated AI system to identify these types of high-risk conversations, working with experts and parents to determine which types of conversations should warrant an alert. And as an additional safeguard, any chat flagged by AI will be reviewed by a human before an alert is sent. And they say if the teen's intent is ambiguous, they will err on the side of caution. This comes as just yesterday, a group of 26 Meta employees sued the company, claiming it used AI systems to disproportionately target those on medical, parental, and family leave in the layoffs the company announced starting in May, affecting about 10% of its workforce. Meta said in a statement that the claims lack merit and are not based on facts. Workforce management and organizational decisions were and are made by people and not AI. But guys, you can imagine this conversation, it's happening here, but it's happening in a lot of places now because of AI and because of how people feel about it.
Thank you, Rebecca.
Yeah.
Coming up in our GMA Morning Menu, the best moments from last night at the ESPYs.
Also had GMA Game Day. You're looking, well, after this, you're looking live at a group of students who are going to help us surprise an Arizona Cardinals super fan.
Plus, Toy Johnson has deals and steals for your home, and you know what? Shipping is on the house. It's free. And Sam, who you got?
Oh, hi. Will Ferrell just walked up, by the way, and I was just asking him if he was awake. He's like,
I'm
yeah.
awake.
All right.
Yes.
Do you want to sign the wall? And then
I'd rather not.
Okay, then.
Oh, no. Yeah, absolutely.
So Will Ferrell is a golf legend. Is that the way to do this?
That's the way to do this. A golf legend.
All right, and
yes.
we're going to talk about your new series.
Making a comeback.
Making a comeback.
Back to the PGA.
Yes.
Yes, despite all odds.
And we're going to test your golf skill. Are you down for that?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
I'm very good.
All right, we'll do that in just a minute. He's here. He's here.
The hazy skies here in the Big Apple. We're back now with a guest that needs no introduction, but we're going to give him one anyway. He's one of the funniest people on the planet and has been making us laugh on the big screen and in real life for decades. There's only one, ladies and gentlemen, Will. Yes! Oh, can I just start off? You were hysterical at the ESPYs last night.
Oh,
and it was all improv, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I was translating for Marcelo with my amazing Spanish.
Oh, it was just amazing.
And we, they pitched the bit to me, and they were like, we could write a bunch of things out, or do you want to just make it up? And we're like, let's just make it up on the spot.
Well, that's what you do.
So we're great.
Yeah, also amazing, this show. And the cast has been coming in all week.
Yes.
Hysterical. Okay. So you play...
No, I've been checking in with them. They've had a terrible time with you guys.
Sorry.
They said you're so rude to them.
We're well known.
But that's the reputation. You guys are a rude group of people. But I'm ready for it.
You're ready for it?
Bring it on.
Okay. You play a golf legend who's making a late career comeback, and we hear that you were quite in character at the first table read.
Yes, the first table read, I decided to show up dressed as Lonnie Hawkins. So I picked the loudest golf clothes I could come. I came in smoking a lit cigarette to Neil Diamond's Girl, You'll Be a Woman Soon, which really set the tone. But Jimmy Tatro was telling you guys how I think he was dressed up too, thinking he was going to do a thing too, but I
killed it.
I kind of blew him out of the water.
But what was it? We had Molly Shannon here. What was it like reunited with Molly? Because you two on SNL together. She's a really good friend. How was that reunited with her?
Molly, Molly was my first choice to play my wife, Stacy, who Lonnie and Stacy, everyone thinks they're divorced, but they're still married because Lonnie refuses to sign the divorce papers. But I called up Molly, and this is before we had scripts or anything. I said, Molly, do you want to play my wife? You just scream profanities at me all the time, and yet you're somehow still in love with me. And she's like, yes. But we share the same comedy shorthand. It's just great to be so comfortable with someone. But that's everyone in this cast. Luke Wilson, getting to be reunited. Jimmy, a Fortune Feimster I've worked on a couple things with, and funny. Fortune plays my caddy Sam, who I meet in a Walmart parking lot. We just have a great cast, and we all got along.
But Luke actually plays your rival this time around. That hasn't happened before.
That hasn't, and Luke was perfect for it. Luke's actually probably the best golfer amongst the group. And did bleach his hair golden blonde, thus his name Golden Fisk. So he went the extra mile, just showed up with platinum blonde hair. We're like,
you look good.
Okay, you're gonna have to have that for 4 months. I hope you know that.
Let's take a look at a clip.
Pebble Beach 2010, his one chance at all 4 majors. He choked then. He'll probably choke now.
No look putt. It's in.
No. Zero music. No.
Look, I missed on purpose. That's what dads do. That's what dads do. Yeah.
So now you're a golfing legend. On the real golfing legends, who would you take on? Like, are you better than Scheffler? How do you feel?
As myself, or as Lonnie?
How are you feeling?
Lonnie's the greatest golfer in his own mind. Yeah, he's better than anyone. He would. I mean, the character of Lonnie Hawkins, he feels like the current game of golf is too boring. And he wants to, he's just a real personality and a throwback who loves to have a delicious, cool glass of Chardonnay after a round. He only drinks white wine. He's an oddball who wants to bring personality back to the game. But he would lap the field, all of these guys who play today. Yeah.
No one's better than him.
No one's better. Yeah.
And we want to get a little Christmas in July. One of the best Christmas movies, Elf. All right, one of the best. It's such a classic.
At first, I didn't know which movie you were talking about. Because
you made so many, baby. Made so many.
Yes.
Elf.
Right. Okay.
Elf.
To be clear. Yeah.
Well, you said you had a ton of doubt when you were making it. Why did you doubt it was going to be great?
Because, Michael, I'm sitting there in Elf in yellow tights after the first week of filming in my little trailer, going, "This better work, or else it's over." That's why it was. I mean, it was a huge swing, a really big leap, and that I knew there was no playing Buddy the Elf without going, full commitment. And he had to be someone who was full of wonder, who was, found beauty in the benign world that we all take for granted. And so I had to throw myself into, and I wore that costume. Except for that scene. That scene, I got to wear normal clothes. Sorry. But I was having a moment there just because the first 2 weeks of filming were shot here in New York. The rest of the movie we shot in Vancouver, but we were already, it was it happens a lot in films where you shoot kind of the midway or the ending part first. Yeah. And I didn't really know the character at that point yet. And so I was sitting there, with the weird space heater in my old half a trailer there thinking, this could be it.
But now that it worked,
maybe you could.
Can Buddy come back for Elf 2? Maybe.
No chance.
No chance.
Yeah. The tights do not fit anymore. Tights are retired.
Buddy's over here. Buddy yells, "Santa!" One more time.
By the way, and that's, if you watch that scene, Faison La, who plays the manager, you can see he's very surprised that I'm going to scream that. Because I hadn't done that in rehearsal.
Something tells me you surprise folks a lot.
That's what I like to do.
Yeah, that's what you like to do. We also heard word on the street because
that's why I bought you guys all new cars.
Oh,
yeah. No, not the crew. Not the crew. Just 4 of my dear friends here. You guys like Porsche, right? You like Porsche.
Yeah, great with me. I'm happy.
Okay.
Well, you might take it back now because we have to put you to the test. All week long, the whole cast has been playing a little golf.
Okay.
Back here, it's your turn.
Oh, look at that startling
Come on
face
over.
back there.
Okay. It's an impressive scoreboard. You know, right?
Where's the putter?
Am I going to have a putter? There we go.
There it is.
The putter is magically appearing here. Thank you.
Okay. One ball, as many chances as you have to get it into the cup.
Those many chances.
Well, no, you got to get it through there.
See everybody else's score.
There.
Yeah.
That's the leaderboard.
Yeah, you got to beat 3.
Oh, Jimmy. Okay. Only took 3 strokes?
You'll see.
Through the mouth.
Through the mouth. Pretty close.
Wow. Oh, I got to go all the way back? Okay. I didn't realize there was a hole back there. Okay. Oh, I keep going.
He's the star.
You guys didn't explain the star.
He gets a mulligan.
Mulligan. Now I get it. Now I get it.
A mulligan.
The hole is all the way through. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, there you go. Oh, no. Well, you can get 3.
You see?
Oh.
Don't sound so disappointed.
Well done. You got a 3. You got a tie.
I'm disappointed.
Talk Neville now only on Netflix. Let's go to
This game was stupid.
Wait, Will, can you spare one more Porsche, please? He said yes. He said yes. Note that.
Welcome back. This morning's Deals and Steals are delivering in more ways than one. Tori Johnson is here with big savings for your home, plus free shipping as always. Tori?
Yeah. Okay, we're starting in bed with sleep. We got Billy here. He is not part of the deal, but we've got 2 deals here.
Billy
First
would
up
be
is
extra.
BedJet. Billy would be extra and definitely not free shipping. He's like the premium. He's premium. So with BedJet right here, you can get a cooling stream of air, or if you sleep cold, a warming stream of air.
out of here,
Your
either
choice.
one. Beautiful.
Yes, it sets up in seconds. You can use this in any bed type, and it allows you to sleep cool and comfortable, and it's 50 off plus free shipping. And then to add even more comfort for your sleep, we've put Billy on the premium mattress here from NOLA.
Wait, you can do both of these?
That's 2 different deals. So we got this mattress. If you feel right here, this is like that super cloud-like top.
Slide over, Billy.
Advanced cooling technology. It's unbelievably comfortable. It is loaded with benefits. We've got every size from twin to California king. 50 off and free shipping.
BedJet is super quiet.
It's so
super
good.
quiet.
It is good. Okay, then we've got Green Life, an entire 18-piece cookware set. The cool handles, the great tempered glass lid so that you can see what's happening without lifting the lid. Really fun colors for your kitchen. The entire set on this, $65 plus free shipping. Then we've got Dura Living, and what I love about these, look at these glass food storage containers instead of plastic.
Yep, smart.
What's great is that you can go from freezer to oven with that glass. We've got also all of their knife sets, super sharp, forged, just precision forged, beautiful stainless steel cutting boards. We got the whole deal for you here. All of these half off plus free shipping for all of the sets.
And it's a good tight seal.
Good, exactly. Okay, this is a demo for you.
Okay.
Hold this right here.
Hold it right there.
Let's say you need some spices.
I need
with
some.
one finger right there on
just
top.
one?
Just one.
Look how easy that
Look how
is.
easy it is to be able to grind. You put into these little pods in there. Yeah, there you go.
I'll
You
just
gotta
put some
keep
over
going.
here.
I need a
Put
little
some
more
over
pepper,
there.
please. I need a
Right
little
there.
more pepper. So what's great is that they come with all of these poppable pods that go right in there. So you can have one one for salt, one for pepper.
Oh, you just pop those in?
Yes, and then you've got your battery-operated grinder that looks really sleek. Any place you want to use it, kitchen counter,
And
put it
then
on
you
the
store
table.
them like this and they look lovely.
Exactly. The set, 50 off and free shipping.
All right.
And then, all right, do you want to make your entry
I would
through
love
the
to.
screen door?
Okay, so Tori, this is nice and firm.
Yes.
It's in place.
Yes.
And then look how easily I walk out. Like,
Yep.
let's say I had a tray of barbecue stuff, or the dog just wanted to go out.
There you go.
And then it seals.
And it seals right back, and that's the magic of it, because built in here are magnets, so you don't have to worry about shutting the door behind you. We also have insulated ones, so if you want to use it, this is obviously when you want to keep
Why are
that
you laughing
cool
at me,
breeze
Michael?
going through. You know.
He said a tray of barbecue. I mean,
Yes, a tray of barbecue, whatever it is. You got to get through your door, or your dog's got to get through your door. These are an unbelievable deal. That one, $15. They go from 15 to 25 plus.
Free shipping. Yeah. All right, thanks, Tori. All of these deals, all you got to do is scan that QR code. We're shopping now. It's live, gmadeals.com. When we come back, we've got the best of the ESPYs right here. Right here. You want with my barbecue?
Welcome back to GMA, live from New York City.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up. And that's what I'm going to try to do. Every minute that I have left, I will thank God for the day and the moment I have. And if you see me, smile and maybe give me a hug.
What a moment in sports. What a moving speech. Jim Valvano at the ESPYs in 1993. And one of the big awards tonight, Jimmy V Award for Perseverance, was given to pitcher Jim Abbott. Robin was on stage to present one of the other big awards of the night. She's right here today. And Will, you were backstage.
I sure was. It's always an amazing night, George. And that speech, of course, kicked it off all those years ago. But every year, the ESPYs celebrates the best in sports, the winning plays, the superstar players, and the best of sports, the humanity, the service, the inspiration. And this year, the ESPYs were here in New York, the city still basking in the reflective glory of the stars and big winners of last night's festivities, the New York Knicks.
And the ESPY goes to the New York Knicks.
Overnight at the ESPYs, the New York Knicks taking home best team and taking a shot at one of their own.
Thank you to the ESPYs for pulling Josh Hart's invite. Thank you. Appreciate y'all ESPYs so much. We really appreciate that. And I hope this trophy, especially here in New York, getting this trophy shows the word love. We've got the best fans in the world.
Captain Clutch Jalen Brunson sweeping his categories, winning Best Championship Performance and Men's Athlete.
I lost the words. And it's been a hell of a run, to say the least.
And this game-winning moment enshrined in NBA Finals history, now earning OG Anunoby the ESPY for Best Play.
It's one of the best plays of all time. What's it like being at the ESPYs?
I mean, I think it's pretty exciting for everyone. I mean, I grew up watching this award show, so full circle, crazy to be here.
Why were your boys laughing at you, though, while you were getting the award?
I don't know. I don't know. Something's wrong with them. All of them.
Just
I don't like them.
You don't like them? Well, they seem to like you.
They're annoying.
And if there was an award for pure fun, it had to go to the Savannah Bananas.
Why do the Savannah Bananas resonate so much with people all across the country?
People are hungry for fun, man. They just want to have fun, and we get to go out and play like we were when we were kids.
The ESPYs honoring legendary athletes and rising stars. After ending America's 24-year Olympic gold medal drought in women's figure skating, Alyssa Liu taking home Best Breakthrough Athlete.
The past 6 months have been really crazy, but I've been enjoying it. And once it's all kind of slowing down, I'm going to journal about it so I can remember everything.
The Billie Jean King Youth Leadership Award going to a trio of deserving athletes for their work in their communities.
My job at my age, and anybody my age, our job is to support the new generations that are coming up. It's their life. They're going to be here a long time, hopefully. And it's the mark they can leave. So it's a real honor to have this leadership opportunity.
Former Major League pitcher Jim Abbott receiving the Jimmy V Award for Perseverance, honored for his legendary career despite being born without a right hand.
What did it feel like being up there, being recognized for all the inspiration you've provided to so many people for so many years?
I'm just overwhelmed, just so touched to be in this room full of accomplishment and so many great athletes, so many great heroes, but also think about the kids who are out there dreaming, kids who were like me, born a little bit differently, trying to find their own way, and that was the message that I tried to send.
Our Robin, delivering one of the night's most moving moments, presenting the Arthur Ashe Award for Courage, honoring NBA trailblazer Jason Collins, the first openly gay player in NBA history.
He set quite an example for all of us, in particular for athletes who followed in his footsteps as different kinds of pioneers. Jason Collins was one of those pioneers.
His twin brother Jaron accepting the award on his behalf after Jason died of a brain tumor in May.
You were out there with our dear friend and colleague, Robin Roberts. She has also been a trailblazer in so many ways. How important is it for people like Robin, like your brother, and others to be their true selves and lead from the front and inspire change in the ways that they do?
We hear it so much, but it really does make all the difference in the world. Representation matters. When you see someone of the LGBT community following their passions, following their dreams, living their life, being their authentic self, it inspires other people. So my brother, being a professional NBA basketball player and being openly gay, lived his life, lived his dream, lived his truth.
And that right there is the magic of the ESPYs. You've got the celebration, the glitz and the glamour, but also the heart and inspiration.
I know. We laughed, we cried. Jaron is so incredibly special. Jim Abbott's speech. Oh, and the gentleman who won the Tillman Award.
Yes,
Scott.
Yes.
He as well. But you interviewed Jason Collins.
He announced his decision when we had us come out there, and he was so self-possessed and so confident, even though what he was doing was very difficult at the time. Hard to believe it was difficult, but he did it, and as you said, trailblazer and pioneer.
Yeah, because that was 2013, I believe.
Yeah.
Right. And you know what? I tried to hug this man backstage. They rushed me off.
I know. We were passing backstage, like, "Hey, Robin, what's going on?" And the woman was like, "Nope, she has no time."
That's my guy.
See you in the morning.
The show must go on.
At least you didn't go. Who is? Get away from that guy.
They just didn't know me.
I would love it. Great job, Will. Glad you were there to bring that to us. Well, we're talking about football here, but we're back now with GMA Game Day, our countdown to Super Bowl 61. We're also honoring Disability Pride Month, a community supported by the Arizona Cardinals. This morning, we're with Cardinals superfan Rob Friedman. We're going to talk to Rob in just a moment, but first, let's take a look. Ask anyone who knows Rob Friedman.
Hey, what's up, Kai? What are you here working, buddy?
The special education assistant at Washington High School in Phoenix is known for two things.
He's always helping people.
His dedication to the students he works with.
If you have any questions, let me know.
And his unwavering support of the Arizona Cardinals.
Welcome to my work desk here, Mr. Friedman's desk. They think I have OCD, obsessive cardinal disorder.
The longtime season ticket holder hasn't missed a home game since 2008. In 2021, he was named Fan of the Year, even attending training camp and getting to know players.
He does with the Cardinals what he does here. He promotes. He's a part of their culture. He's their biggest fan. And he supports them in any way possible, which is the same thing he does here with our kids.
And as an adult with special needs, Mr. Friedman, as the students call him,
and how you doing, Cash, my man,
brings that same enthusiasm to the classroom.
He understands what it's like to be a little different. It's easy to talk to him. He truly helps me feel like I can be myself and that my needs are gonna be met.
Hey, good morning, Gabby. How we doing?
I was taking a test for science, and I really didn't understand what we were learning. And Mr. Freeman actually sat with me and helped me read and take the whole entire test. It was something I appreciated.
Teachers made a difference in my life from preschool to when I was in college. And it feels special to be a part of my students' life. And it's a very rewarding job to make kids feel empowered.
Earlier this year, Rob took part in the first annual Cardinals Climb, which raised over $2 million to support the special needs community.
People with intellectual and developmental disabilities have so many gifts and so much to offer and so much to contribute. Our communities are better and our communities are stronger when they're included and when they're embraced. We want everybody to have what Rob has. We want everybody to be able to have a life of purpose and meaning and value. And like Rob shows, when people can share their gifts with the world's a better place for it.
Now, the Cardinals organization wants Rob to know how much he means to them.
Hey Rob, it's Marvin Harrison Jr. here. Hey Rob, it's Trey McBride here. I just want to say we all appreciate your support and all you've done for Arizona Cardinals. I just want to say thank you so much for your support, not only to our football team, but to the students here around the Valley. You're an inspiration to not only us, but to everyone here. See you soon. Go Cardinals.
Mr. Friedman is here with us. You know what, Rob? It's great to have you here. We watched Marvin Harrison Jr., Trey McBride, two incredibly talented and great football players. Give you a shout out. How did that feel?
It makes me feel special, like I'm a part of the football team. Even though I don't put on the pads and the helmet.
How did you become such a big Cardinals fan?
My dad took me to my first Cardinals game in 1993, and I was starting to get into sports.
Yeah.
And Rob, your mom, Mickey, speaking of your parents, is here.
She's here.
Mickey,
Yes,
hello.
she is.
Oh, you just saw how much love they have for your son. So how proud are you of what he's done for his students and his community?
I'm overwhelmed. You know, he was a preemie, and it rolled into passion, and he's a gift.
He is a gift. A lot of people feel that way. Your mom's here. We talk to your students too. Do you know how much they care about you and just how important you are to them?
I just want them to enjoy going to school. I know that someone believes in them.
Yeah.
Like the teachers did for me when I was in school.
It's clear they do.
And coaches too. I forgot to say coaches.
And coaches too.
Well, guess what? Everybody, the students and the staff, are at the Cardinal Stadium right now to cheer you on. I think we have
Holy cow.
a picture of that right back there. Look at that. Everybody's there.
Yeah, let's go right up Red Sea.
And I'm a big Cardinals fan now, especially at that stadium, because that's where we won the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, David Tyree made the catch of the century.
My friend. And the great thing is, you go to all the home games. You do not miss a home game. So we wanted to do something huge surprise for you and your students, because we want to send all of them to an upcoming game as well. We're going to give them all tickets to an upcoming game to go with you. What do you think about that?
Let's go, yeah.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. How do you feel about that?
That'd be awesome.
Taking the students with you, let them find and see what your passion is, and enjoying it and sharing that with you.
That'd be an amazing experience for all of them.
Well, I'll tell you what, you're an amazing person. We're glad you're here. I'm going to call you Mr. Friedman. How about that? Mr. Friedman, we're so glad you're here. Good luck to the Arizona Cardinals. Good luck to you. I'm glad they're not beating up on me anymore. And you know what? Maybe one day I can make it out there. We can go to a game together.
That'd be awesome. And you come to a tailgate too. You tell some cool football stories too.
They have food?
Yes.
All right, I'm in, buddy. I'm in.
Congratulations. Thank you for coming in. All of you at home can watch Super Bowl 61 on February 14th right here on ABC and ESPN. And next week for GMA Game Day, we will visit the Indianapolis Colts. Up next, Brandy and Rita Ora talk Descendants, Wicked Wonderland, and their new duet. Back now with the stars of Descendants, Wicked Wonderland, Kelly Carter sat down with Brandy and Rita Ora to talk about the new movie. Good morning, Kelly.
Good morning, George. The highly anticipated fifth installment of the Descendants series reunites the dynamic duo. I sat down with the women to talk music, motherhood, and motivation, and we got an exclusive first look at their new duet.
Did you really think I wouldn't notice that you're doing an amazing job?
The Queens are back. On the heels of the success of Descendants, The Rise of Red,
I will never kneel to a tyrant. Off with her head!
Brandy returns as Cinderella and Rita Ora as Queen of Hearts in the latest chapter of the story, Descendants, Wicked Wonderland. So much of this movie is about reimagining what we think about Disney villains. How did that translate for you guys with your individual characters?
I did love the idea of the Queen of Hearts. Like, you never really know if she's like pretending or like if it's real. And you know, you've got obviously Cinderella, who is always kind of that anchor within the movies.
I did have my villain pants on.
Yes, you did.
That's new from Cinderella.
Is there any scene in particular that you're really excited for fans to see in this film? I mean, no spoilers, obviously.
Our duet.
Yes.
It was so magical. The song is called The Girl I Used to Be. I think people are gonna love it.
We always find a way. Can't turn time, but we sure can dream. Maybe we can live in the space between the woman that you see and the girl I used to be.
You know, I get the sense that you both enjoy working together. Tell me a little bit about that chemistry.
What people don't really know is that I met Rita when she got her start, and I saw this beautiful light in her then, and I see it now. When we got a chance to do this movie together, I mean, our chemistry was just unmatched, silly, fun, joyful, laughter.
It was my dream to almost kind of be not only on a song with her, but also just in anything with her, because I've been looking up to her since I can remember.
In the film, the women have rekindled a broken friendship, just like their daughters, Red, played by Kylie Cantrell, and Chloe Charming, played by Malia Baker. Are we seeing any part of Brandy the mom and Ella at all?
Of course,
Okay.
of course. I don't have any place else to pull from but my own experience and my own heart. So the love that I have for my daughter, I try to bring into my spirit for Malia and Chloe Charming.
She was there on set with us, your daughter.
I know,
and it was
she's
just
so sweet.
I was gonna ask, like, who breaks out into song on set? Like, who's the person that's that's Brandy.
Good morning.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. And then I'm like behind her trying to copy everything she does vocally.
Brandy, let's go back to 97 because moms now are introducing their daughters to you as Cinderella because they grew up watching you as Cinderella. Like, what does that do for you?
It really does give me so much purpose and meaning that what I have been able to do and accomplish and still be able to do touches someone or wakes up something in someone to help them believe in themselves, to do the things that they want to do.
Well,
in their
you're my
life.
Cinderella. Even
Hey.
7 when that film came out. It did a lot for us.
Thank you.
You know, for
And
our
I think
generation.
it set a bar and an example of how this universe, the Descendants universe, can be so versatile and diverse. I was at Disneyland with my daughter, and these young girls just started waving, and I looked back to see like who were they waving at, and my daughter was like, "No, Mom, they're waving at you because of Descendants." I was like, "Oh,
So
hey,
cute.
new generation."
And that journey continues in the form of new music for both women. Brandy telling me more touring is on the horizon for her, and Rita revealing she's just finished a new record. Meanwhile, Descendants Wicked Wonderland premieres tonight on Disney Channel and streams tomorrow on Disney+.
Thank you. It was a great story.
Much
a lot of fun.
anticipated.
Thank you.
You've had such a huge year, both personally and professionally. Congratulations. What are you hoping for next?
From getting married to his highly anticipated return to the big screen as Spider-Man.
Give me a sec. You ready?
Tom Holland is having a heroic year.
That's very true.
And Monday on GMA,
Oh, yeah.
it's Tom and George.
I got a lot of work to do.
And the interview full of surprises.
Is she really the inspiration?
Monday only on
Good morning, America.
Oh, he's such a good guy. Looking forward to seeing that on Monday. Thank you for watching today.
Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye, guys.
Later.